Well, we're going to do a lesson on flash synchronization today. Now, I'm not going to go into the details of how to get a very fast flash synchronization. I'm going into the beginner's lesson to explain what it's about. So I'm not going into special flash triggers and special flashes. I'm just going to be using this one, nice speed light. Now, a lot of you are going to be shocked what I'm going to do, but I've actually found an old Pentax, cost me €1. And so it allows me to show you with the risk of breaking the camera, although it's not really working as it should anyway. But I can reckon that that could go in the dustbin afterwards. So we're going to get on. Don't forget it's a beginner's lesson. That's the most important thing. Now, to understand flash synchronization, you have to know how a shutter works. So I'll show you. This one, you'll see that there are two curtains in it. One curtain will fly across, and then the other curtain will fly across to close the shutter. So let's have a closer look how the shutter is going to work. So if I hold that in there, I don't know if you can see with my fingers in the way, the second curtain comes across like that. See, it really is a curtain. It's made of some sort of material, and then comes across and closes. That's very simple, because that was 1 second exposure. Now, as we go shorter with the exposure, it all happens a lot quicker, as you can see. So let's imagine now we're going up to a 30th of a second. There, now we're getting quick. Now, whoops, sorry about that. Let's go up to 1,000th of a second, and that goes very fast. Now I'll show you how it's happening. Sorry to do this, Mr. Camera. Now that is the type of slot that will happen when you're at a very fast exposure. It will go across the image. Now when the flash goes off, if that slot isn't big enough, you'll only get the flash on part of the image. So you can't have an exposure that's too fast. You must have an exposure that synchronizes the camera with the flash. Now that can change from camera to camera and flash to flash. Just to confuse you, the camera I've just showed you had its shutter that goes across the image like that. Now a DSLR has the shutter that goes down. So when you look at these pictures, because these pictures are of this wrong synchronization, just bear in mind that the shutter actually goes the other way in a modern camera, but I wasn't going to destroy a modern camera just to show you flash synchronization. Alright? Well, we'll have a look now at the effect of too fast a shutter speed. Right, that black one was at 1,000th of a second, and this one's at 850th of a second. Then we go to 640th, then a 500th, and then we go down to a 400th, and then to a 320th of a second. So now we know that my Canon D7 with a Canon speedlight will sync at 320th of a second, and anything lower, of course. So a safe bet would be to set the camera to 125th of a second, and you'll be great for any situation. Now it's interesting to know as well that the gap between these curtains can be as low as 1 millimeter, so that's with a very fast exposure. Now that's about all you need to know about flash synchronization, or the beginner needs to know. There are a lot of clever things you can do with it, but I'll do that in another lesson, alright? Now, don't forget to subscribe, come and see us on recorder.com and upload some pictures onto itchyphoto.com. There's a lot of .coms, isn't it? Alright, bye!